As the freestyle renders can be blend, I like an Illustrator to add some extra contours, so thicker lines around the object. Also add some arrows to indicate movements. And in some cases add zoom bubble. So we open our SVG that we exported from Blender. Be sure that the selection tool is enabled. We select our drawing, position it somewhere in the middle. We press Shift left mouse button, hold it and drag. So we scale it a bit. I'm going to change the thickness to the lowest possible. Press Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And to create the outline, we will be using the Shape Builder tool. You can see the little movie that shows how it works. It's self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do here is select everything, zoom in a bit, enable the Shape Builder tool, and I'm going to select this, this. You will see that if we want to select this, it won't work. The reason being that it's open at the bottom, so it only works with closed shapes. I'm going to go back. So what I can do now is use the line tool. And I'm going to press Shift. So it's a straight line. Going to select everything again. Go back to the Shape Builder tool. Hold Alt and drag to delete these lines. And then I can just drag here. And now we have like a single shape where we can change the line width from. What I'm going to do also is right click, ungroup all. And I'm going to select this and delete it. Select everything, right click, group. And now I can position it somewhere here. So now we have like a little outline, but we still have these little lines. So I just select everything again, enable Shape Builder, press Alt, drag to delete, and we have the outline of our first drawing. For the second one, I'm going to use a different technique, but I'm going to start the same. I'm going to select it, Shift left click, drag it to make it a bit smaller. To position it somewhere here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V to make a copy. I'm also going to select both, change the line width a bit. So I could try to draw lines here, but what I like to do is go to the rectangle tool and make it overlap. And now I can also use the Shape Builder tool again. And add this now. So now it's important to select everything, which I forgot here. So select everything. Shift M also activates the Shape Builder tool. And I'm going to add this. And now I can do Alt to remove this. And this. And remove the bottom part. So now I can also remove this. I can position it here. We select everything again. Shift M to enable Shape Builder. Press Alt delete. Here I'm going to delete this one. Also going to delete this line. Now we have already our second one. Now that I'm ready with creating outlines for my 3 drawings, I go to File, New. Be sure this is in millimeters. Select A4, press Create. For my panels, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to draw one rectangle. I already know from past experience it will be 60 and 50 millimeters. I'm going to round it a bit, around 5 millimeters. Going to Ctrl C, Ctrl V to make a copy. Again Ctrl V. Now I'm going to select everything and I'm going to center it. So now I'm going to my first drawing. What I like to do is select everything, right click and make a group. Select it and Ctrl C. In the document Ctrl V. Position it. Make it smaller. I'm going to make it a bit bigger here. This seems okay. I'm going to select both of them. Now I'm going to use the shape builder tool. Press Alt to stroke it again. Again Alt. Again. And now we have our first panel finished. We can repeat this for the two others. So now that I have finished the 3 drawings, I'm going to add some arrows to indicate some movements. For example, the lamp shape can go up and down. We have a knob to turn. And we have a lampshade that moves downwards. So what I'm going to do is use the pen tool for this. And select this one or press P. I'm going to create a little curve here. That will indicate the up and down movement. Going to position it somewhere like this. So to indicate that we can go up and down. I could add arrowheads manually at both sides. But what I'm going to do is use the stroke tool. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to be sure that the fill is set to none. I'm going to change the line thickness to 2. I click on the stroke to open the stroke dialog. And we have like arrowheads here. So I'm going to choose arrow 9. And another 9. Be sure that it's linked. So we don't need to individually change. I want you to change it to 50. Which is okay. But I'm also going to align them at the end of the path. Now when we look, we have like a line where we can see it's up and down. Now I'm going to add an arrow to indicate rotation. So I'm going to add a little circle. Going to look if it fits. Yes. Now I want to have a half circle. So we can do the same that we have seen in the previous example and use the scissors tool. So now I can delete this. And so this can do the same here. I'm going to add an end. So this arrow type 9. Change the dimension to 50. I also want it to be at the end. No, I'm going to leave it like that. So now I'm going to position it here. To indicate that the knob needs to be turned like this way. You can also copy paste this one and move it like here. Disable this so it shows it's turned downwards. I can also copy paste this one. Move it like this. Select this. Go to Object, Transform, Reflect. And now we have a complete scenario where we can indicate that the lamp shape can go up and down. We need to turn the knob to loosen it. We position the lampshade downwards. And we fasten the knob by rotating in the reverse direction.